cultural celebration. We are celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Consulate General of the Republic of Indonesia in Chicago.
To a journey to the cultural richness of Indonesia. But first, to officially open this cultural event, please welcome the Honorable Mr. Adriano Supandi, Consul General of the Republic of Indonesia in Chicago.
Good evening, honorable members of the Chicago Consular Corps, the Indonesian diaspora in France and Indonesia, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all in this very special night at Indonesian cultural performance, a journey to Indonesia. I believe it will be a brief journey, yet of room enough to introduce you toward the diversity and the uniqueness of Indonesian culture, art, and tradition. Before moving further, I would like to use this opportunity to express my deepest sympathy and heartfelt condolences to the government and the people of the Philippines for the tragic loss of thousands of lives and the devastating impact caused by Super Typhoon Haiyan that struck the Philippines just yesterday. Indonesia, together with the international community, stands ready to support the government and the people of the Philippines to go through this difficult time. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to inform you that tonight's event is special as it is held to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the establishment of the Consulate General of the Republic of Indonesia in Chicago. It is also special that it involved around more than 100 talents in Indonesian diaspora and friends of Indonesia around Midwest that have been contributing and working closely with Consulate to promote Indonesian culture to local communities. I am therefore truly honored to have you all joining me and the Indonesian community here to commemorate this special occasion. I would like also to thank Mayor Ram Emanuel for this kind congratulatory letter. Indeed, with continued support and cooperation from the city of Chicago, Mayor Emanuel and his predecessors, the 30 years of the Consulate's endeavor in Chicago has been so fruitful. Ladies and gentlemen, the Consulate General of the Republic of Indonesia in Chicago was officially opened on July 21st, 1983, and at its first was accredited to only 4 states in the Midwest, namely Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Along with the increasing cooperation between Indonesia and the United States, particularly with the Midwest area, the Indonesian government on June 22nd, 1989, elevated the level of the consulate to a Consulate General and expanded our area of accreditation to an additional of 9 states in Midwest, which are Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, North Dakota, Ohio, and South Dakota. Since then, we have been working closely with various partners, local governments, consular corps, local communities, friends of Indonesia, and Indonesian diaspora to improve our bilateral ties, advance the economic and socio-cultural cooperation, enhance the people-to-people contact, and protect the Indonesian citizen in all of the 13 states in Midwest areas. During these 3 decades, we have witnessed positive developments and progress achieved by the 2 countries. A close example, just 3 years ago, President Obama and President Yudhoyono signed Indonesia-United States Comprehensive Partnership in order to boost and advance bilateral cooperation in the field of politics, economic, socio-cultural, and education. Ladies and gentlemen, this month also marked the first 1 year of my tenure as Indonesian Consul General in Chicago. During this short time, I have met many friends and traveled a lot around Midwest area, in which I recognize its strategic location, the speed of its economic recovery and potential, as well as the quality of its education. This has led me to conclude that there are still so many areas of cooperation that remain untapped between Indonesia and these 13 states of Midwest. Certainly, it is not just those developments in Midwest that brought me to that conclusion. In fact, current Indonesia is now one of the renowned global players with a strong and steady economic growth. Last year, we were able to maintain 6.2% economic growth and became the 16th largest economy in the world, with the total GDP amounted to $1.2 trillion. We are also now the 3rd largest democracy, with dynamic and growing middle class. Thus, Indonesia has much to offer. An unequal partnership is a must. In this context, I am confident that with a good partnership between the government and the people of the 2 countries, we can bring the existing good cooperation to a higher level. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the achievement that the Indonesian Consul General in Chicago has reached for these 30 years has not been possible without keen support and cooperation from all of its friends and partners. I would therefore once again take this opportunity to express my profound gratitude to the representative of the local government and other agencies celebrating the moment here with us for the 30 years of ever-improving and maintained cooperation. On this occasion, I would like also to acknowledge and express my sincere gratitude for the contribution made by my colleagues at the Indonesian Consul General, Indonesian community, and friends of Indonesia in promoting a close and mutual partnership between Indonesia and the United States. Some of them will be with us tonight. Once again, introduce you to the beauty of Indonesian culture. Ladies and gentlemen, I realize most of you can hardly wait for their performances. Thus, I conclude my greeting by thank you for attending and joining us to share the joy of this evening. Enjoy your journey to Indonesia, and terima kasih.
Thank you very much, Consul General. And now, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, we have with us a representative from the Comptroller's Office of Illinois, Mr. Thomas Choi. Mr. Choi, could you please join us here on the stage to deliver a message from the State Comptroller's Office.
Good evening. Thank you so much for having me here. It truly is an honor and privilege. On behalf of Illinois State Controller Judy Baris, I'd like to present a State of Illinois proclamation for the Consul General. Congratulations to the Indonesian Consul General in Chicago on their 30th anniversary. My heartiest congratulations go out to Consul General Andrea Supandi on the 30th anniversary of the Indonesian Consul General in Chicago. The consulate is a social anchor for the Indonesian community in and around Chicago. For 30 years, the consulate has influenced positive perceptions of Indonesia and raised awareness of Asia-Pacific issues. Through its extensive contacts with Chicago-based media and think tanks, as well as educational, social, and cultural institutions, and as the most populous country in Southeast Asia and fourth most populous country in the world, Indonesia is on the global rise of being economically competitive and will be on the forefront on Southeast Asian issues. Indonesian Americans provide valuable social, economic, and cultural contributions to our state every day, making the community a true Illinois treasure. On behalf of the Illinois Office of the Controller, I wish you many congratulations and continued success in your future endeavors. Signed, Judy Baris, Illinois State Controller. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Choi. And ladies and gentlemen, we also have a message from the Mayor's Office from the City of Chicago. They send their congratulations and best wishes to the Consulate on their 30th anniversary, and their message can be found inside your program.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Consulate General of the Republic of Indonesia in Chicago was established in June 1983 and is accredited to 13 states in the Midwest area. For 30 years, the Consulate has been promoting and enhancing cooperation between Indonesia and the Midwest.
This cooperation involves economic development and socio-cultural exchange. The Consulate also handles services for Indonesians in the Midwest. This evening, we'd like to present a video highlighting 30 years of the Consulate's work in Chicago.
The Consulate of the Republic of Indonesia was officially opened by Mr. Hasnan Habib, the Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Indonesia to the United States on July 21, 1983. At that time, the consulate was accredited to the states of Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Wisconsin. On June 22, 1989, considering the growing number of Indonesians in the Midwest area and the growing importance of Midwest for Indonesia, the consulate was upgraded into Consulate General and was accredited to 13 states consisting of the Midwest area. The main function of the Consulate General is to improve the cooperation between Indonesia and the accredited states in the U.S. in terms of trade, economy, investment, development, social and cultural, education, science and technology, as well as technical cooperation, promoting Indonesia's culture and positive image in the U.S., enhancing people-to-people contact, and protection of Indonesian citizens in the accredited states. For 30 years, the Consulate has been actively involved in various activities to achieve its mission in cooperation with local government and organization. Partnership with the governments of the accredited states, the federal government, and other private sectors is key in advancing mutually beneficial cooperation stipulated in the Consulate's mission. Trade between Indonesia and the U.S. is more than 26 billion US dollars last year. Total trade between Indonesia and 13 states accredited to the consulate accounts for 15.6% of the amount. As U.S. and Indonesia remain to be important partners in the economic sector, it is one of the missions of the consulate to enhance the economic cooperation.
U.S. is one of our important trading partners. Their economic conditions could also affect and contribute to our economic growth. Our total trade values with U.S. in 2012 was 26 billion US dollars, and within Midwest regions last year, 2012, reached to 4.2 billion US dollars, almost around 1/5 of the total 26 billions. We have enjoyed increasing number of our trade with U.S. at the past 3 years. This year we are projecting around 4.5 billion US dollars. In terms of investment, we are focusing on building our infrastructures and energies.
The Indonesian community in 13 states accredited to the consulate, estimated more than 9,700 in number, is an asset to the consulate. Together, the consulate and the Indonesian community, as well as the Indonesian Students Associations, strive to introduce and promote Indonesia to the foreign audience. Culture and art have become an effective media in capitalizing Indonesia's soft power. The consulate, Indonesian community, and various cultural groups has been cooperating art and cultural performances and showcases. The involvement of the Indonesian community has proven to be of tremendous support to the consulate in bridging the two communities, Indonesia and the U.S. Midwest. As an important part of the consulate task, the consulate provides consular and immigration services to the Indonesian and U.S. citizens. Visa and passport services, along with the other immigration and civil registry services, are provided by the consulate's consular section.
And what little I know about Indonesia is, well, we get a lot of clients that go to Indonesia for business and tourism, and many go to Jakarta and Bali. So those are the two major cities that I know about. And pretty much it gives me an insight on Indonesian culture by me coming here and dealing with my Indonesian friends.
Well, I can tell you this about Indonesia. The people are friendly, the food is delicious, and the nature is beautiful.
Indonesia menurut saya adalah satu negara yang besar dan luas sekali.
We sent a delegation of businesses to Indonesia last year, trying to, of course, give opportunities for local companies in Western Illinois to sell products and services to Indonesia. Yes, forming alliances, relationships, establishing, hopefully, networks that can be used to move the goods and services back and forth.
We would like to have a good, better, closer cooperation between Indonesian businessmen, investor, and Midwest, sure, as mentioned by our two leaders, President Obama and President Widodo of Indonesia. So we have to extend as a strategic partner and also mutual benefits.
Fantastic.
Saya merasa senang bekerja di KJRI Chicago karena bisa memperkenalkan seni dan budaya terutama tradisional Indonesia yang
Diharapkan akan semakin memberikan kontribusi dan perannya lebih besar lagi bagi peningkatan hubungan yang semakin membaik antara Indonesia dengan Amerika Serikat di segala bidang.
30 years since its establishment, the Consulate General of the Republic of Indonesia in Chicago is continuously carrying out its mission, fostering and enhancing cooperation between the two countries and communities.
Thank you to the Indonesian Consulate's Performing Arts Troupe. Wow, they brought us those Javanese dances and the gamelan music from Java. And you know, that kind of dance and music, it dates back to the palaces and temples in Java that are centuries old, and they can still be visited even today in Indonesia, in that island of Java. Wait a second, Weena, your father is from Java. Wait,
Yes, he is.
Okay, where exactly in Java were you born?
I was born in Indiana.
Indiana. Hey, yeah, Indiana. That's between Jakarta and Solo, right?
Not quite. It's between Illinois and Ohio.
Okay, well anyway, are the next dances we're going to see, are they any different from the Javanese dances that we saw?
Actually, it's very different. We have a dance from the wild rainforest of Kalimantan, the largest island in Indonesia. Right after that, we'll experience the mystical culture of Bali, the famous island of paradise.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy Sanggar Bhinneka Tunggal Ika's dance from Kalimantan and Indonesia Performing Arts of Chicago doing some dance and gamelan music for us. Enjoy! That was the Indonesian Performing Arts of Chicago. And before them, we had Binaka Tunggalika. Oh, please take a bow.
With amazing performances and culture like that coming from Bali, most people think Bali is the capital of Indonesia, but really Jakarta is. Yeah, and Jakarta has its own unique culture and dance style.
Huh. The capital of Indonesia has its own dance. I mean, in America, does our capital have its own style of dance in Washington, D.C.? Maybe it's called shutdown dance. Shutdown. Well, you know, I'm gonna take a little bit of time here to tell you a little bit of Indonesian because I lived in Indonesia 5 years. And it's gonna be very simple. You're gonna say the word good, and it's easy to remember. Bike. It's like you're riding a bike. Okay? So I'm gonna ask you, how are you? And you're gonna say, good. Apa kabar? Give yourselves a hand. We got one more word for you, though, a little bit more challenging. This means not yet. And all you have to say is bloom. Think of a flower, bloom. All right? I'm going to ask you, hey, you're already ready to go home already? And you're going to say, bloom. Okay. Hey, sudah ngantuk ya? Mau pulang ya? Oh, bloom. Okay. Ready? Apa kabar? Hey, sudah ngantuk, sudah mau pulang ya? Ah, give yourselves a hey! What do we have next, Mila?
Well, next we're going to see a dance from the Indonesian capital of Jakarta, a Betawi folk dance presented by the Indonesian Consulate Performance Troupe. Enjoy.
Yeah, well, and then we'll be followed. After that, they'll have a dance by Sumuna, the arts group from Minnesota that came to be with us today. And they'll be collaborating with the Friends of the Gamelan in Chicago. We're doing a mass dance. All right, enjoy watching this one. And before then, the Indonesian Consulate performing crew. Well, this music and these dances that we've been enjoying, they show us the rich traditional arts culture that's in Indonesia. And Indonesia also has very many contemporary forms of music and art to go along with their traditional ethnic arts.
Well, actually, many of Indonesia's most talented contemporary vocalists, they came from the eastern side of Indonesia, near the region of Maluku Island.
Ah, just like many of America's most talented blues vocalists come from Chicago. Like me, Howlin' Danny Waters. Come on!
All right, Dan. I think people would like to hear our next performers instead.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Premier Chicago will sing folk songs from Maluku and Papua. But before that, please welcome Dara Irista Kencana, who will sing a song dedicated to the Friends of Indonesia.
If I should stay, I would only in your way. So I'll go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way.
And Dara also sang for us. Now, and get to get to mine.
Yeah, okay. All right, we've come to our final performances of the program tonight.
Yes, and we'll be ending with some very unique dances that you might see if you travel through Indonesia. The first one is Tari Saman from Aceh, and this is a line dance, but it's the only line dance I've ever seen where you don't use your feet, you use your hands. So wait and see that one, and that'll be performed by the Indonesian Student Club of the University of Illinois, Champaign-Urbana.
Then our final dance will be Tari Sobra, presented by the Indonesian Consulate Performance Troupe as a gesture of thanks to all of you in our audience for joining together with us this evening. Thank you and enjoy our final performances. Indonesia in Chicago, Mr. Andriano Supandi and Mrs. Ella Supandi.
Will the Honorable Consul General and Miss Ella Supandi please join us on the stage? Give them a round of applause, too.
The Indonesian Consulate performing True.
Yes, let's join in expressing our thanks with a warm round of applause. The Indonesian Consulate performing True. Let's have a member of the Indonesian performing True come on up and receive your certificate of appreciation from the Consul General.
Friends of the Gamelan and Sumunar.
Friends of the Gamelan and Sumunar.
Indonesian Performing Arts of Chicago.
Bineka Tunggal Ika.
Permias UFI Urbana Champaign.
Permia Chicago.
And the director of tonight's program, Miss Bernadetta Pratiwi.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've now come to the conclusion of this evening's cultural performance.